How you doing? I'm Maurice Wilkey for NeighborMedia and Cambridge Community Television. When you think of the theater, you actually sometimes think of like really expensive tickets, usually going downtown, spending a lot of money. And it's not necessarily relating to subjects that actually you can kind of identify with. Did you know there's actually a theater right here in Cultural Central Square, Cambridge? That's right, it's called the Central Square Theater, and they're actually putting on a production. It's called The Convert, and that's being sponsored and put on by the Underground Railway Theater. And they're actually really big on producing plays that identify with disenfranchised voices. So today we're going to, find out what's going on here with the Underground Railway Theater and the Central Square Theater. Let's step inside with CCTV. Thank you, Maurice Wilkey for NeighborMedia and CCTV, and I am today joined at the Central Square Theater by Megan Sandberg-Zakian.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to get that right this time. And you are the director of The Convert, which is playing here at the Central Square Theater. You are a TCG Future Leaders Grant Award winner. Also, you've actually got the Princess Grace Theater Fellowship. So you got some really good stuff on your resume. And a lot of which I could spend literally the entire interview just going over it. And it's very intriguing. No, but you've got some really cool things in your affiliation with New England theaters. Very well known. Thank you again for joining us. So as I said, you're the director of The Convert, and it's going on through February 28th, actually at the end of this week. And I want to go back kind of to your beginnings. If you just briefly could describe your journey, what made you decide to get into the field of directing in the first place?
Thanks so much for having me and for coming here to the set of The Convert.
Beautiful set, by the way.
Yeah, thanks. I love it. Jenna McFarland Lord is the set designer. She did a great job.
Outstanding.
I guess I brought that up partially because I was raised going to theater, going to lots of theater, and I've always loved the physical space of the theater and the sets and the lights and the sound and all those things. My dad's a playwright and a director, so I got to go to all kinds of awesome and possibly questionable theatrical events.
Okay, we'll leave the questionable stuff probably for the next interview. Okay. Now, this particular play, The Convert itself, is actually a period piece. It takes place in the 1800s or late 1800s. Now, you talked about how it engages with the local community of Cambridge. How do you bridge that of past and in Cambridge present? Is there a special way of doing that?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. I mean, I think definitely a play that takes place in the end of the 1800s and in a different country, takes place in current day Zimbabwe, then was Rhodesia, can feel very far away from us. And I confess, when I first read the play, I felt like, oh my gosh, I need to learn so much about history and geography. Right. But in fact, audiences have not had trouble connecting with the play. And I think that's because the play and the playwright is, she calls herself Zamerican. She's
Denai Guerrera,
yeah, who's an extraordinary playwright, has a play opening on Broadway currently, another play opening off Broadway, and people know her as the zombie slayer, Michonne on The Walking Dead. So.
I don't know how she's able to do so many things. That's just incredible to me.
Yeah, she's certainly a superwoman. She talks about growing up between two cultures, Zimbabwe and the U.S. And I think that this play, although it takes place in quite a long time ago, it captures that feeling of being caught between two cultures or two identities, and feeling equally connected to both, which so many of us have experienced that feeling, whether it's religious or cultural or based in family or our jobs. And personally, my mom's Armenian and my father's Jewish. My partner's African American, and our lives are, sometimes it feels like it's hard to integrate, and there's pressure to relate more to one community than another, and the play is really about that, and it's about the dangers of splitting yourself up.
And I believe that, a lot of those messages are still, those themes still kind of resonate today. So I understand how it actually will appeal to an audience here in Cambridge. I mean, you don't necessarily do stuff you said full-time anymore, so you still have occasionally do productions here. Does this theater give you, settings or opportunities that other theaters in other parts of Massachusetts don't?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think the mission of Underground Railway Theater in particular, which is the company that I've worked the most with here, is really unique in the sense that the part of the mission of the theater is to be in the tradition of and inspired by the tradition of the Underground Railway. It's about sort of bringing us, wrestling with things that are hard and bringing us into an expanded image of the possible. And I love that mission. I think it's really beautiful. And so, yes, definitely, I mean, this is a very ambitious play. I am thrilled that the theater is producing it. I don't, I haven't had the opportunity to direct a play like this at other theaters. It's huge. I mean, it's a historical epic. It has, all these costumes, this beautiful set. It's 3 acts, but don't be scared. It flies by. Everyone says it. It's a classic. It's a play with a classic structure that is completely unique. You've never seen anything like this before. And
you've actually had in addition to local writers like Lydia, you've actually worked with famous artists like Danny Glover. Are there other actors that you are dreaming or have worked or going to work with that you should know about?
Well, you're about to interview Megan, who's in this play, and I have always wanted to direct her. I'm really excited I'm getting the opportunity to do so on this show. And there's so many amazingly talented, awesome colleagues. I think that I dream of working with certain actors, but then every time you audition, you meet new actors that just blow you out of the water.
Once again, I look forward, and I hope the response as far as people coming through the doors is good and continues to be so for the Underground Railway Theater.
We hope everyone will come see the show. It's really special, and you don't have to drive all the way to New York to see Denai Guerrero's work. For one more week, you can still see it here in Cambridge.
Thank you very much. If people want more information, they can go to the Central Square Theater website, which
is
right. centralsquaretheater.org.
Centralsquaretheater.org.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you very much for your time again. Look forward to more of your productions.
Thank you.
Not just here, but other places. All right.
Are you going to come see the show?
I am.
Okay.
I am. I better.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
I'll see you there.
All right.
Thank you.